Welcome to the Centenary Silver DVD to commemorate Dun United's Scottish Cup triumph on May the 15th, 2010. Season 2009 and 10 was a centenary season, and we had a number of remarkable events during that season, obviously winning the Scottish Cup on May the 15th being the highlight of that year. It was fantastic to see 28,000 fans at Hampden all decked out in tangerine. Certainly it touched my heart when I came out the tunnel and saw all the fans when we met the team before the game. It was something that will live in my memory for many years, and what a fantastic support that day. However, season 2009-10 was not without challenges. We had the demise of Setanta in July, and that had a knock-on effect on the finances of the club. Luckily, we obviously overcame them during that season. Also, we lost Craig Levine to the position of Scotland manager in December, and Peter Houston and the management team took over towards the end of January. It was a difficult period for the club, but obviously going on from there, we won the cup at the end of May and were third in the league, which was a fantastic story to tell, a fantastic first 5 months for Peter Houston and his management team, and a special tribute to them for the dedication during a very difficult time for the club. I'd like to pay tribute to all the fans. I think it's been said many times before, but without the fans we don't have a club, and we have fantastic fans at this club. We're very much a family club, and that was shown on the cup final day with so many families, young children, fathers, grandfathers, grandmothers, grandchildren, just everybody was there. It was fantastic to see, and everyone thoroughly enjoyed themselves. Great to see a family cup final. My only regret for myself, talking about family, is that my father was not there to see us win the cup, which he wanted so much to see us just win something. So all he ever wanted was for the club to be successful again, but unfortunately that is life. We all enjoyed the weekend back in May, and this triple DVD relives the memories of that day and that weekend. So sit back, put your shed shades on, and enjoy the Centenary Silver.
Change of managers, I think it affected us a wee bit because it was a bit strange, because obviously the back staff and that was exactly the same, and it was just that there was just somebody missing, you know what I mean? And then when Housty took over, everybody respects Housty so much, and got on really well with him, and I don't know, I just think the change maybe just got to us a wee bit, and it took us a wee while to find our feet, and I think the Partick game was massive.
I think that week with the Partick Thistle game, I think we played Saturday, Wednesday, Saturday, and we won all three games, also in the cup and in the league. So I think, you know, a week's a long time in football, and I thought that especially that Partick Thistle game was a turnaround for the season.
I can't say I was looking forward to it, but it was a massive game where I think the whole season hinged on winning at Partick Thistle, because we'd lost the previous couple of games, and indeed drew against Kilmarnock in the first 3 games I was in charge. So there was a lot of unsettled people about the football club, and the players weren't sure exactly what was happening. I think I declared I didn't want the job. But I also felt that from a financial point of view, and to get the fans back on side again with the players and myself, was we had to win it.
When we got the draw, we knew it was going to be hard, because I've played them before, played against them before for Berwick and stuff, and I know they're a good team. And for Hull as well, it's a hard place to go. And I think the team selection it was spot on. Like we got told to do and that. And me and Goody actually started on the bench that day, and Goody came on and scored.
Finds Conway. He's taken out there by Payton. Dougie MacDonald quickly reaches for his pocket and produces the first yellow card of the game.
I think the minute Payton's went to the ground there, Conway's dinked the ball past him. It's always going to be a yellow card in that situation. More importantly though, it's give United a free kick, probably 30 yards out, just in from the left hand touchline. 5 bodies in the box ready to attack it.
Paul Payton's 7th yellow card of the season. There's United the free kick as Conway plays it in. Comes through to Kenneth, and it's diverted goalward by Damien Castelnuovo.
That's just unbelievable reaction from Damien Castelnuovo.
Partick players surrounding the referee, appealing for handball, but the goal stands, and Damien Castelnuovo's 7th of the season gives United a 26-minute lead.
It seems clear that everyone in the Partick Thistle shirt seems to feel that there was a definite handball there. Dougie MacDonald's decided it's worth going across and speaking to his assistant.
The assistant quickly signalled for the goal, made a beeline to the halfway line, and unsurprisingly, there's nothing in that discussion which changes the mind of Dougie MacDonald. It was Gary Kenneth who drove it back across the face of goal. Looked like his effort was going to go wide, but Castelnuovo there to divert it goalwards.
Scott, I'm not sure if the argument is that he's got his head on it and then it's maybe came off his arm, because I thought instantly that it was a great reaction. We're just seeing it here. It drops to Kenneth, he connects with it, it's going past. It's really hard to see there. Maybe this angle will give us it.
Archibald hands it back into the United half. Robin clears. Inside the final minute of regulation time.
Well, Partick now playing with 4 men up front.
2 against 2 for United in the Partick half. Good Willie. And the opportunity to chase that down. Keeps it in on the byline. Good Willie still. He rounds it off.
That's just a magnificent individual goal from David Goodwillie.
That settles it without any doubt. A solo effort from David Goodwillie. His 5th cup goal for United. His 4th goal of the season. And the Partick fans head for the exits, and United head for the 5th round of the Scottish Cup.
Yeah, from the minute he chases that ball down the wing, he does the defender, all ends up. Another one comes in, sees him off, and goalkeeper comes out and just threw the legs into the far corner. And I have to say, the more you see it, the better it looks. Just a fantastic goal. Individual skill and a fantastic finish from David Goodwillie.
Partick were going for it, leaving themselves short at the back. 2-on-2. And Goodwillie from the corner flag virtually.
A lot was made of the handball of Damien Castelnuovo, and I'll say to this day, it was not deliberate. Anybody else out with United can say what they want.
I just remember about, obviously, Damien's controversial goal or whatever you want to call it. I put the cross in and I didn't, to be honest, I just thought he headed it at first, but when I seen later on, obviously, took a wee slight deflection.
It was a huge turning point in the season really ahead for us, you know. But it was a massive game. There was massive pressure on the game. You know, and the first goal was probably, well, as everybody's seen, it was a handball. But sometimes you need a wee bit of luck to kick your season, and that's what happened. And then Goody scores a sensational goal at the end.
I just thought, right, I'm not playing here. I'm not getting a game, so I wanted to do something to try and get the team. It was a wee bit selfish of me, but thankfully it paid off. After that, I got a game. So
You're looking for, you're looking for a reaction, and we certainly got that for Goody, you know. And again, for that day onwards, Goody was sensational in the season ahead, you know. So, I think everybody's disappointed when they get left out, but Goody showed the reaction that every manager wants, and that was the one.
All the games that I've been in charge with so far, apart probably for the final, I think that has had the biggest amount of pressure for me as a person, and the biggest amount of pressure for the football club and the players to try and get back on track where we wanted to be, where we felt we should be. And I go back to right away at the beginning of last season, where I just felt it was a squad of players who were capable of at least third and a good run in the cup. And I think we gained an awful lot of confidence from winning at Partick Thistle, and in the manner we done so, because we should have scored more goals and we should have won more comfortably.
Obviously, I played St Johnstone earlier in the season. Away from home, knew exactly how tough it was going to be. Managed to beat them mostly 3-2 in the league, but that was a hard battle. I think we knew that going there again in the cup, that it was going to be extremely tough, and another one, you'd have to rise to the challenge.
It's obviously a local derby, albeit it used to be like Dundee, but now it's St Johnstone. And the good thing was there was a good crowd, there was a healthy crowd. But we knew it was going to be a difficult tie, because when I spoke to Peter and Gary before that game, how they did ever so well against Partick Thistle to get into the next round of the Scottish Cup, and we knew it was going to be a tough encounter against St Johnstone, and that's what happened. And fortunately for us, we got the odd goal that got us through the tie through David Goodwillie.
Is this going to be a good end to the first half for United? Conway's corner. Daly's at the near post. It's lodged underneath the foot of Smith, and it's in off the bar.
The referee's give it.
David Goodwillie. Frustration for him for most of the first half, but he ends it on the perfect high note.
I'm not quite sure what's happened there. It's another fantastic corner into the 6-yard area, right into the goal line. The goalkeeper goes up for it, and you see all the bodies in there. He gets a fist on it, it just breaks, and it's just sitting there, and finally it pops out to Goodwillie, and he scones it in from 2 yards out off the underside of the bar to make it St Johnstone 0, United 1.
David Goodwillie scored at Partick Thistle. He scored again this afternoon. It's his 7th of the season. Puts him level with John Daly and Damien Castley and Wovo. Peter Houston's a happy man, and so are all the travelling United fans.
Going to McDermott, if you'd asked me before the match to get through an SPL club and to get into the next round of the cup, winning there, I'd have took a 1-0, and we got a 1-0. But as I say, they threw the kitchen sink at us in the last 5 or 10 minutes, but I thought we coped admirably, and indeed I felt, as I say, we could have snatched in the counter-attack, getting more goals.
He scored a great goal against Partick, which was individual brilliance, and then he gets the scrappy goals as well, which helps us on our way.
I had just had a chance before that, and I was raging, and thank God it just landed to me, and I just hit it. I think it went in off the bar. But, well, lucky again, I take that.
Everybody, players and backroom staff, are in it together. We win as a team, we lose as a team. It's a big saying that we've got here. And Paul Hegarty is a legend at this football club, and for what he's done at the football club and captained the team in fantastic times, but he's also seen some bad times at the football club as well. But Paul was delighted to be back in work. I knew Paul from working with him at Hearts, and I knew how good he was, and I knew how he felt for this football club. I mean, he needed somebody who the fans could relate to as well, as to be brought on board. So the three of us find it hard to control ourselves when we do score a goal at times, and especially they two. I'm a wee bit quieter. But I like to see that. I like to see, because it means that we're all pushing, wanting the one thing, and that's United victory.
to be fair to Peter and Gary, they've embraced me a lot. You know, they've actually brought me into the fold, which is great. And people know that, you know, obviously I've had past history with Dundee United, being a player and obviously a coach and briefly a manager. So, you know, it is my club and everyone knows that.
The players, again, who showed a lot of unity in the league matches and the cup tie, got together and decided they would like to wear black armbands in respect of Gary, who's a close member of the backroom staff and is regarded very fondly by all the players and staff, you know. So it was a nice gesture. I never started it. It was the players themselves, and that showed you that there was a unity and a bond starting to grow in the dressing room as well.
It doesn't surprise me they were like that, because obviously Gary had lost his father that week, and then, as you say, you know, touch of respect with the armbands, and the boys are like that. They're good guys, and they're good guys on the park and off the park as well, and that shows because Gary was actually delighted with that tribute towards his father.
Kirky's a massive part of it. We all have a good laugh and that, and we were gutted for him when he lost his dad, and I think that just showed how close the boys and that are. So we all kind of pulled together, and just obviously good he scored. It was kind of dedicated to him.
I mean, I'd said to Houston and I'd said to Kat regarding that, said as a mark of respect, would it be possible for the boys to wear a black armband? And Houston was all for it, and so was Kat. You know, sometimes you need to organise these things with officials and whatnot, but yeah, I think it was a testament to the respect that the boys have for Kirky as a man and as a coach. So I think, you know, it was a fitting tribute to him, and also his father that passed away, that, you know, the boys were able to go on and win that game.
You know, I didn't know they were going to do that, you know, but it was it's just different class, you know, and it just shows you the spirit we had in the club at the time, you know, and you know, it happened and we move on, but you know, it was just great to get a result and get into the next round of the cup. But certainly, I wondered what was happening when they left the dressing room, you know, but once we scored the first goal, I certainly knew what was happening, so I was delighted, you know. It was great spirit.
Me and Goody were in the house when the draw came in, and we were just looking at each other. It was after the 7-1 game. We were thinking, oh dear, did it have to be them, eh? So we were kind of sitting about thinking, oh. And to be fair, Goody was quite optimistic, like he says would, and I was a bit more, I don't know, not sure.
You don't get a harder draw than Rangers at Ibrox, especially the way it was last season. Like Celtic at Park, but Rangers at Ibrox last season was the hardest you could have got. We got it. The thing is, you have to buy the good big teams if you want to win the Scottish Cup.
I was thinking at that point we've no chance of winning this cup, because nobody wants us to win it. And then we go in front early doors, you know, Anders Charlotte's getting an opportunity due to injury. And we've got a big physical presence with John and Anders up there.
We went there confident. We got a good start with Anders scoring, and I don't know, I think there was a point when we were down 3-1, and you're thinking, but we've actually played quite well, you know, and then obviously when we got to 3-2, I really thought we could get back into it, and then 3 each, and we could have probably maybe won it at the end.
Anders pops one on his right foot. It's not something you'll see an awful lot of, but I was delighted for him, and great, and things were going well, and then we're playing against 12 men at a time, and Rangers get 2 penalties, you know.
And the 2 penalties were stonewall penalties. Sean Dillon's a clumsy kid. I'm not going to lie, I don't know what he was trying. He was trying to get us out of the cup before we were even in it. So, thanks, Sean. But seriously, it was a hard draw. We'd done really well to fight back, and I think it showed that we were all pulling for the gaffer at the time, and we all wanted, even though just for the gaffer, for ourselves. And it showed how much a character we have in the team, and we kicked on from that day. I think that was another turning point.
Past the midway point of the first half as Whittaker was short with that pass. Daly gets a foot in. Shala running through on goal. 1-1 onto Shala.
He's got it.
1-0 United.
It's come from an error in the Rangers defence. I think it's Whittaker that plays it inside. The pass inside to his central defender is far too short. John Daly's got in there with a sliding challenge. Played Anders Shala in, 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. Takes it into the area. Defenders trying to get back. You know, he goes into the area. 2 defenders trying to get back, keeper comes out and he just slips it under the keeper into the net. 1-0 United.
First blood to United in the quarter-final, and it's Anders Sjala. Second goal of the season. Little did he think he'd be playing a part this afternoon, I'm sure. Named as a substitute. Needed to come on within the first 3 minutes. Now Gomez given away in midfield though. McCulloch. And it's poked through to Miller into the area. 1-on-1 Kenny Miller. It's a penalty. Perney slid in. He thinks he got a touch left-footed. Dougie McDonald probably didn't have the best of angles to tell, in all honesty. And it's a yellow card for Dusan Pernice.
As Kenny Miller goes into the area there, it's Michael Kovacevic initially who's playing him on side. As he goes into the area, I'm just watching the reaction of the United players at the moment. You know, they're arguing with the assistant. We're seeing it on a monitor here. Dusan Pernice took a very large percentage of the ball there as Kenny Miller goes round him.
We'll see it again from behind the goal here. There's a clear touch on the left, from the left foot.
That's a very poor decision. Very poor decision.
Rangers very fortunate to get the penalty. And this gives them a chance to level. It's Boyd. It's 1-1. Chris Boyd against United again. This from 12 yards out. Made no mistake. Low to Dusan Pernice's right. Keeper went the right way. But couldn't reach it. Down the line to Sjala. It'll be picked up here by Swanson. He can break into the Rangers half.
Referee, I can't believe he didn't spot that from David Weir there, I think it was. Lee McCulloch actually.
Cross from Papac. Oh, he's given another penalty. Sean Dillon shoulder to shoulder with Chris Boyd. If the first one was harsh, well, 9 times out of 10.
Well, I cannot believe what I'm witnessing here. I cannot believe what I'm witnessing. I mean, there is nothing at all in that challenge.
I'll rephrase that. 999 times out of 1,000, that's not given.
I mean, Sean Dillon and Chris Boyd have went shoulder to shoulder. The Rangers man just threw himself to the ground. Dougie McDonald he just couldn't wait to give the penalty there. It's just a ridiculous decision.
Rangers with a second penalty. Chris Boyd places it. He steps up again, goes the other side, but the same end result. It's now Rangers 2, United 1.
And we're just watching Danny Swanson getting a yellow card there for dissent. It goes back to before the ball went into the area. Danny Swanson's running through in the Rangers half. McCulloch just has a kick at him. Swanson then loses possession of the ball. The referee plays on, ball into the area. He gives a penalty as well. The referee's had a nightmare there, an absolute nightmare.
Now Davis crosses the halfway line. Central area, Boyd moving to his right. Novo's there as well, and it comes to Novo into the area. Novo right footed. Kenneth slid in, trying to get the clearance off the line. He got a touch, but he couldn't keep it out.
Well, as the Rangers players were coming forward there, the United defence just kept backing off. Chris Boyd looks as if he's going to be played in. But Nacho Novo comes on the overlap, played in. Clearly onside, no doubt about that. Gets in there, hits the ball across the body of Dusan Pernice.
To be fair to the players, they had been playing decent football up to the Rangers game, so the confidence was growing. It's just a case of their character got much stronger, because when they're 3-1 down, not many clubs and teams come back against Celtic, against Rangers in this case, and that speaks a lot of volumes for the players with their character and the grit and the determination.
All fair to the boys, they dug in, and we get a goal back, and Big Michael scores with a header, and you go, we could win this, and there was great belief, and probably could have won it at the end, we were well on top.
There may be a shot coming for them. Dodds cushions that down for Craig Conway. Sjala outside him to his left. Conway will cut back onto the right foot. David Robertson enters the area, looking for options. Now Sjala, lay off for Conway. Backing onto the right foot again. Cross headed away by Davy Weir. Now Sean Dillon, right foot cross. Boavins in the box, but Wilson won the header. It should be United's corner, and is.
Yeah, and more encouraging signs there. United get the ball, they're still playing good football, it's controlled. Plenty of height in that box, plenty of good delivery going in.
Quick one taken by David Robertson to Conway. Back to Robertson. Comes back to Kovacevic, 35 yards out. He's up against Kenny Miller. Now plays it wide for Craig Conway. Left foot cross deep towards Gary Kenneth. Comes back to Gomez. Deflected in there! It's an own goal! It's made by Morgado Gomez. It got diverted beyond Allan McGregor. I think it was Stephen Whittaker who got the touch. The ball was undoubtedly going wide. Gomez will do well to claim another one. He's on a hot streak, but the volley from Gomez off Whittaker. Wrong-footed McGregor. And coming up to the 18-minute mark in the second half. It's now Rangers 3, United 2.
Yeah, the ball into the back post there. Gary Kenneth does well to cause a problem at the back post there. In fact, he's probably won the header there. Gomez, it's a great effort. It's never going near the goal. Hits Whittaker and fires into the corner.
Conway can take the corner from the far side. Outswinger this time. It's fighted in off the bar. Header again.
Get in there! Come on!
United level! Mihail Kovacevic, his first goal for the club in his 51st appearance, and it's 3-3.
Scott, I'm just looking over at the United supporters at the moment. There's legs coming out the top of the crowd. There's bodies all over the place. Oh, the fans are loving it. The corner comes in. I think it's John Daly that gets first header, I don't know. Crashes off the underside of the bar, comes down, and Michael Kovacevic forces it over the line.
And that's the response United were looking for. It was Andy Shala who got the first header in. Crash back off the crossbar, Nacho Novo on the line, McGregor's coming across. Kovacevic was in there, and it's his header that levels things up with 10 minutes to go.
I think it gave the boys confidence, knowing that not many Old Firm teams will lose a 2-goal lead. So I think from that point of view that it would have given the boys a lot of belief.
I think the fans who were there that day were well pleased, and we were well pleased with them, because the noise they made throughout the game was far more than we'd heard from the Rangers fans, even winning 3-1, so I think they thought the game was over, but we certainly didn't, and we were just delighted to get back to Tannadice.
Taking Rangers back to Tannadice, first time at home in the cup, packed house, great atmosphere, a lot at stake to get through, and obviously even in the replay that kind of willingness to keep going right to the end.
Players were just thinking, here we go again, because obviously Rangers are probably the strongest team in the league, and we just thought we'll just get everything we've got. It's a last chance really. It's got to be finished tonight, and thank God Rob scored later on.
The game was outstanding. We were flying out the traps. We came with battered Rangers, and they can say they put out a weakened team or whatever, but you don't play with Rangers if you're not a good player. So it doesn't matter if they play a few changes or they don't make a few changes. They had the majority of their team playing, and we showed they were equal to them, if not better, especially on that night. Because I thought we absolutely dominated.
And the crowd here was again a magnificent crowd here that night. Game was tight. Both teams had spells in the game where they could have scored, but if you're going to win a cup tie, there's no better time to score a goal in the 89th or 90th minute when there's very, very little time to come back. But again, I felt we earned the victory, the right to go through into the semi-final of the cup.
Comes back to Boabin. A little bit of space for him appears. He's a look up. Squares for Danny Swanson. Took a bobble up in front of him, but he's played it towards the byline. David Robertson able to wrap his foot round it. Daly's header! Oh! Great save from McGregor. Fantastic save from Allan McGregor. It was bound for the bottom corner. John Daly's header, 10 yards out. And the Rangers keeper keeps his side in the Scottish Cup. Nacho
David
Novo.
Robertson plays the ball back there from the byline. And it's John Daly who gets his head onto it.
David Robertson down for Goodwillie, edge of the area. Plays it in behind. David Robertson out. McGregor's out as well.
Yes! Yes!
United get the wall!
Come on! Yeah! Yeah! Get it
1 minute to full time! And it's David Robertson!
Yes! Oh, there's absolute bedlam here! Absolute bedlam! Oh, there's absolute bedlam. The United players. I think it's David Robertson who's got the final touch. 89.5 minutes on the clock. The ball, Goodwillie tries a shot. Deflected up, 6 yards out. Robertson goes in with a challenge with Allan McGregor. It bounces off him. and rolls into the back of the net to make it Dundee United 1, Rangers 0.
It was truly a 50-50 ball. McGregor came out. He would have been lucky to stay in the park if he'd mistimed that. He slid in, studs up. David Robertson, fully committed, went for it. In fact, I think it was McGregor's touch that took it back off David Robertson and into the back of the net.
We were good at the way we played. We played past the ball about and stuff. It was just one of the tight games. And then when we scored, I seen their heads go down, like Stephen A. Smith and that. I seen them all. Oh no! And I just knew we were going to go through.
What a feeling. It's the best feeling in football. You can say what you want about it, especially the way my season was going. It wasn't great. I never played as much with Levine as I would hope to. But when the gaffer, Huste came in, he was fair with me. We had a couple of moments where we weren't to start with, but he never held it against me. He's been outstanding. So he was fair with me, and he played me a lot more. And for that game, for that goal, it was kind of worth the season. And it was to score a goal at any time was outstanding, but to score in a game, such an important game, and against such a massive club and such a big tournament, is what James are made of.
When Robbo scored, it was brilliant, especially late on as well, because he didn't really have any time to come back, and it was brilliant. I remember the boys just coming into the change room, and it was just really did feel as if we'd achieved something there. And
couldn't happen to a better person. I think Rob obviously claims that he managed to slot it home, but I think obviously watching the replays and stuff, it's more of a deflection off him and into the goal.
It's still going on, I think, about it. Well, he's a joker, I think we heard it maybe 5 times a day after that.
The John Daly header, I've actually cut it back for him, and I've seen it and right online with it, and you can't say that. McGregor being McGregor, managed to pull off an unbelievable save, and then was kind of just trotting back, just shattered, and a wee 1-2 with big, didn't he? We'll call it a 1-2. And I managed to get my foot on it, and Allan Maciver for a change made an arse of it. And it didn't come off my arse, by the way, to all the fans or Dame like he did, saying, "Oh, you hit it off your arse, happy feet." Well, brilliant. It was my foot. Let's just say it's been going on for a wee while now, and it's a new season, we're trying to get on with it, but just didn't want anybody to forget. Put Rangers at the cup. No, it was actually that the other Rangers player that's now back at Rangers, Andy Webster, that started it. I think he started getting in there because I'd had a laugh. I'd seen it in the paper or something. Treble bust. I thought, oh right, I like that. And I had a laugh with the boys, and it was good banter, and it's been good banter.
Well, we actually trained here in the morning, and I think the Celtic game was a 12:30 kick-off at Hampden. But once we'd finished training, I showered quickly, and I went to Falkirk. I went to an SPL game. I didn't go down to the hotel right away. Paul and Gary took them down to the hotel in Cumbernauld, and I went to a game because I'd rather go to a game than sit in a hotel all day. And I was listening, the game was on as I was getting ready and changed and away, and obviously I knew it was 1-0 for Ross County. At that time, I jumped into my car, I'm listening to the game on the radio, but this time I do expect no for him to score and equalise and to go on and win it through extra time or whatever. But as I got to near enough Falkirk, the second goal went in. And it only then that dawned on me that we've got Wraith Rovers to play the next day for a chance to get to a final against Ross County, and then I felt more pressure coming on me as I was driving to the hotel after the Falkirk game at the Falkirk Stadium. The fact that I had to win this game, the pressure was right on now. And I'll be honest and say that now that it comes to the bit, I felt more pressure for the Wraith Rovers game than I did for the actual final.
I think it gave us a warning watching that game on the Saturday, and obviously we were game on the Sunday. I think we knew what to expect then. We knew that it was going to be tough. I think any time when you play against like first division teams or that they're always going to be at you. They don't give you time on the ball and that, and it was always going to be like that. And I think it was just strange getting into the game as such big favourites,
The expectation rises again. People saying you're playing against Wraith Rovers and think first division club should be easy enough, that sort of But I think when you're ever in these situations, you do realise that it's never as straightforward as that. People from the outside looking in will be like, "Oh, Dundee United will win that shouldn't be a problem." But I think, as I say, once Celtic got put out, and Ross County did extremely well, more than fully deserved their victory against Celtic. So I think the expectation did rise after that, and probably added a little bit more pressure onto us, knowing kind of what lay ahead if we were successful in the semi.
We knew they were going to come out and they had to give it a go. But I didn't panic personally. Kind of when we got ahead of the game, like when the midfield got on the ball, we would expose them, and that's what we done. And we were comfortable when we scored. We didn't really conceding our stuff. So it was a good game to be involved in.
It was Dicker, I think, pulled up like 15 minutes gone. I was out warming up within like 10 minutes. What the hell could be going on here? And I got my chance, and it was amazing playing in the semi-final. First time I played in Hampden as well, so it was great.
The team's now coming out the tunnel. It's United to face Wraith Rovers in the Out of Nations Scottish Cup semi-final, to battle it out to play Ross County back at Hampden Park in just over a month. Gary Kenneth suspended. Andy Webster, who did fitness doubt over tight calf, he's had acupuncture in the last week. He's fit to start. So there's two changes to United's lineup from Monday night against St Johnstone. Darren Dodds and Prince Buaben coming into the side to replace Gary Kenneth, and Keith Watson, who drops to the bench. Wraith's last game was on Wednesday night, a 2-0 away win at Somerset Park against Ayr United in the First Division. And John McGlynn makes one change to the side that started that game. Stephen Simmons back from suspension. He replaces Graham Weir. Wraith without long-term injury victims Mark Campbell and Craig Wilson. It's likely to be a 4-5-1 or 4-1-4-1 for Wraith this afternoon. The referee for the encounter, Craig Thompson, who tosses the coin between respective captains. Andy Webster and Ian Davidson. His Wraith counterpart with the armband. That's Ellis, who comes across to take the throw in. Played in short. And without a play, it'll be the first corner of the afternoon. It's the way of the First Division side.
Yeah, as expected, first 10 minutes of this game, Wraith have come out here. Not so much a gung-ho attitude, but certainly, a bit more carefree. United have been a bit tighter than they've been recently. And what they have got just now is a chance. I would imagine this is the type of thing they'll practice in training all week.
United man on each post, 6 players on the 6-yard line. It's played in right on top of Pernice, who gets a punch to it. Back out to Alan Walker. A deep crossbin, which is picked up by Conway. His clearance picked up by Taddy. Now Davidson gets it back to Walker. Simmons, 25 yards out, thinks about the shot, then plays it in short. There's a chance in here. There's Alan Walker, who was in there. Pernice with a block. Cross comes in from Ellis. Sliced away by Dodds. Pressure on from Wraith. Webster gets it clear this time. A little through ball that was played in by Stephen Simmons. Almost caught United flat in the back four. Mo almost got there. In the end, it was Alan Walker who got the shot that was blocked by Pernice. In the end, now Ellis gets the block, goes behind for another corner.
Yeah, when that ball's played in right through the heart of the United defence, as you say, the Wraith players in with just Dusan Pernice to beat. Dusan comes out so fast, covers all the angles, blocks him off, saves the ball, great save. Eventually Wraith then work yet another corner from the left hand side, sorry.
Walker in swinger again. Pernice didn't get anything on it, and at the back post there was a Wraith player who almost got ahead to it. In fact, he must have got ahead to it. It's gone out for a goal kick. Just having a look to see the shirt number. I think it was Ian Davidson, perhaps the captain, it was, who got his head to it at the back post. And it looked as if Pernice's hand in front of him left him unsighted, went wide for a goal kick. Just came down in the United technical area. There's action there already. Keith Watson has been out warming up. He's come back. United are going to make a change. Stephen Finney, the fourth official, is out with the board. There's a pair of boots being brought out by the kit man for Keith Watson as well. So I don't know what the early change will be. I don't know if it's Andy Webster's calf maybe tightened up again.
Yeah, my initial reaction there 2 minutes or so ago, Andy Webster running back and clears that ball, puts his foot right through it. I don't know if that's what's happened there. As soon as we hear something, one thing we do know is Keith Watson is definitely getting stripped to come on.
United with the ball inside the Wraith half. Throwing work back to Buabin. He chips it into the penalty area, but Daly just looks behind him and arms either side as if to say, I was never going to get on the end of that. And it's through with the Wraith keeper. In fact, it's Paul Dixon who's limping back. And the play comes back in. The left back has taken a knock. He took that early challenge on the edge of the area. But on the free kick, Dixon's just gone down at the moment. I think it must have been that early challenge that was a few yards outside the United penalty area that Dixon got clattered. And he's been unable to recover. It is Paul Dixon who's going to come off to be replaced by Keith Watson with only 15 minutes on the clock.
Yeah, it's been some season for Paul Dixon. There seems to be one injury taking him out, back into the team, then yet another injury, and here we are today. Probably biggest game of his career. 15 minutes in, fairly innocuous challenge 10 minutes or so ago, and he's in obvious pain now. He's hobbling over from the far side of the pitch. What I think we're seeing there is Sean Dillon going over to the left hand side. Keith Watson will come in at right back.
Mr. Versatility as he's now become Sean Dillon. Midfield, right back, left back, centre half, you name it, you'll play there. Andy Webster's guided that one back to Dusan Pernice, who clears long. Gattuso skims off his head, breaks for Goodwillie. Now he plays it to Swanson, who returns it. Goodwillie into the area. David Goodwillie round the keeper. And it's 1-0 United.
Come on, United!
And it's David Goodwillie again. He scored against Partick. He scored against St Johnstone. And he scored in the semi-final. 27.5 minutes on the clock. David Goodwillie makes it United 1, Wraith 0.
Yeah, you have to say it's the first clear-cut chance for United. Danny Swanson, we spoke about in the last couple of minutes. He started getting the ball down, playing it in. There he takes it down 40 yards out, just on the right-hand channel. Sees Goody making the run and just in, plays it through. Goodwillie goes into the area, keeper comes out, quick feint, pretends to shoot, keeper goes down, goes round him to the right-hand side of the goal, 3 yards out in a acute angle, just passes it into the back of the net to make it Dundee United 1, Wraith Rovers 0.
David Goodwillie's 12th goal of the season. Going forward, Gattuso's underneath it, and Conway was going to challenge. I think he just got a stray heel from Gattuso in the midriff, but Conway's won it back, slides it into the area. Goodwillie, challenge came from behind, but it won the ball. Ian Davidson had to get there. Goodwillie was just lining the shot up, goes behind for a corner. Goodwillie taking a couple of moments to get back to his feet though.
At the moment it's just simply a case of Wraith trying to hold on here and not go any further behind. We've seen it again there, a defender with the ball, unsure what to do. Craig Conway's just said, give me that ball, took it off him, got to the byline, the awareness to play it, cuts it back to Goody inside the area at the angle of the box, coming in, gets to 10 yards out, just way to shoot, and the defender gets a challenge in this corner to United once more.
Conway's in swinger again, Daly on the edge of the 6 yard area, and then Dodds on the 6 yard line guides it over the top.
Yeah, it's actually Andy Webster who's got the final touch. It's a chance, if we were sitting here last minute 0-0, if we had hair I should add, we'd be pulling out at the moment. I'm speaking for myself there, Scott, but the corner's come in. John Daly's got up 7 yards out, flicked it on. Andy Webster meets it as it hits the ground 3 yards out, gets his toe onto it and guides it over the bar.
It's United who clear it. It's picked up by Gattuso. He plays it forward down the Wraith right. There's Craig Conway though. Lavin in there again. Comes back to Dillon. Under pressure from Jamie Mould, turns away from him well. Chips it up to David Goodwillie, midway inside the Wraith half, lays off to Daly. Plays it to Swanson, sits up, returns it into the edge of the area. John Daly!
Oh, he should have scored!
Clear chance, he was getting under pressure from the Wraith defender, but got the shot away cleanly, put it over the bar from about 10 yards.
Fantastic football from United. Sean Dillon under pressure on the left hand side inside his own area. He just dinks the ball forward. David Goodwillie about 25 yards out. He takes it down, lays it off first time to John Daly, 20 yards out. He plays it quickly to the right to Danny Swanson, takes a touch, scoops the ball back into the area to John Daly just to keep it a beat. 8 yards out, just to the left of goal, under pressure, and blasts it over the bar.
Back to Davidson. Now Sean Dillon spies space on the far side. Everything congested on this near side. Dillon with the awareness to find Keith Watson on the right touchline. He's motoring into the Wraith half. Swanson inside him. Then he looks to get the cross in himself. Daly in the middle, and it's great defending from Thierry Gattuso.
It's fantastic defending from Gattuso. What a ball from Keith Watson there. He's bombed 60 yards down the touchline there. From 20 yards out, he's just put that ball right across the 6 yard line. John Daly looks as if he's going to be able to get in there, and the Wraith defender, fantastic piece of defending.
Sean Dillon, chance to cross left-footed. It's deep. McGurn and Laurie Ellis were both there. And between them, they've got it out for a corner on the far side. United's first of the second half.
You do get the impression here that 12 minutes into the second half, it's been very low-key the second half, I have to say. The quality, probably similar to the first half. It's not been the greatest spectacle here. But again, you're getting the feeling that it's United who are on top, it's United who are doing most of the pressing here. And hopefully a second goal's not far off.
Craig Conway takes the corner right-footed. It's overhead of the Dodds. It's into the net!
Andy Webster!
Andy Webster, the captain, gets the goal. And it's 2-0 United. 13 minutes of the second half gone. Andy Webster runs the United fans to our left. They're all up on their feet. And a little bit of daylight now. 58 minutes gone. It's United 2, Wraith 0.
It's just so simple in the end, isn't it? The corner kick played in there, bang in the middle of the goal, 8 yards out. Webster comes in, meets it and bullets it into the bottom corner, bottom left-hand corner of the Wraith net. And as Scott said, it's now Dundee United 2, Raith Rovers 0.
John Daly went up in front of him. It was over his head, but in came Andy Webster behind him from 8 or 9 yards out. United go 2 in front.
We see again this professionalism from United. 74 minutes on the clock. Craig Conway pulling the socks up before he delivers this.
Corner from the left-hand side. The last one was from the right and let out goal, and it was Darren Dodds at the back post who won the ball, but nobody to divert it in.
Yeah, 3 yards out, right on his head, just behind the line of the goal. Just knocks it back across.
Good Willie into the area, dancing feet trying to get beyond the defender. Comes back to Boabin. Lashed a shot left-footed and was well over the bar in the end, but chance was there to be taken.
Definition of putting your laces through it. Good Willie's dancing about inside the area there, trying to take players on. Defender gets a good foot in. It just comes out to the edge of the area. Prince comes in, meets it sweet. Catches it very fiercely, but 2 yards, maybe 3 yards over the keeper's crossbar.
All being well, Gary Kenneth and Andy Webster will be able to play in the final. Kenneth sitting this one out through suspension this afternoon. So if the worst were to happen for Darren Dodds, then there's cover in that area. I suppose there's cover in forward areas as well. Francis Daza and Danny Cadamartri on the bench. Damien Castellan-Wovo to come back. Craig Conway with the ball in the corner, rolls it back to Daly. Now Prince Boabin 20 yards out, comes further back to Sean Dillon. Conway tight to the left touchline. Swings it in left-footed. Goodwillie unable to control. The flag was up on the far side against him anyway.
Yeah, it must have been tight. Once again, it's great play from United. Just short interchanging. The ball to Craig Conway, just dinks it in behind. David Goodwillie, last action for him. Just tries to take under control, offside anyway. And listen to the cheer from the United support for David Goodwillie.
Yeah, David Goodwillie also taking no chances of being accused of time wasting as he's coming off, jogs across to be replaced by Danny Cadamartri. United keeping the ball professionally in the closing stages.
Yeah, and Dodds gives the ball back to Dusan Pernice. Fair play to the Wraith fans at the moment. They're responding to the United fans singing. I'm looking across there. The United fans have got all the flags waving. The scarves are up in the air. They're delighted here. The Wraith fans, fair play to them. They've raised it again and tried to compete with the singing there. They're obviously proud of their team's efforts here today.
Midway through the time added on. It's still United 2, Wraith 0. Goals from David Goodwillie and Andy Webster. Looks set to get United into a Scottish Cup final. Great work from Keith Watson just to hold on to the ball. Returns it to Sean Dillon, who switches it wide to Jen O'Myrey-Williams.
You'll have to say, I hope it's coming through here in the commentary. The United fans who are here on the day are absolutely loving this. In these occasions, this is what it's all about, being a fan of a club like Dundee United.
Ball played deep into the corner.
I hope
Mayer giving chase, but would never get there. Throw into United.
Yeah, sorry Scott, I'm just saying I hope that everyone listening is enjoying it as much as United fans are here. In the end, we'll have to say it's been a fairly comfortable victory. First 20 minutes were absolutely hellish. As a fan watching it, the nerves were going big time. Since the goal, thoroughly professional. And to be standing here watching 10,000 United supporters singing, dancing, waving flags, phenomenal.
We'll look forward to seeing more United fans than that in just over a month's time. Grant Murray runs it out to play for a United throw on that far side. We're now into the last 10 seconds of the indicated time added on by Craig Thompson.
Scott, you're the guy who checks out for me. Going back to Ian White's email, he said, do you know in the Cup, every team we have played in the Cup have worn blue.
And United have a cup final to look forward to against a team wearing blue. It's full time. Craig Thompson blows the full time whistle. United have won by 2-0 against Raith Rovers. They look forward to a Scottish Cup final against Ross County on the 15th of May. Listen out for that on Arab Zone. Goals from David Goodwillie in the first half, rounded the keeper, slid it home from a narrow angle. And in the second half, 13 minutes into the second half, Craig Conway's corner headed home by Andy Webster. The captain this afternoon played a captain's role.
It was a difficult game. John McGlynn has got them well organised. And we knew it would be a tough encounter against Raith Rovers. So I was concerned about that game because, you know, you're the firm favourites, you expected to get to the final, and obviously all the pressure's on the players. But the players were professional enough to see and do the job that was required.
We score a goal with a bit of quality with Swanson and Goodwillie, and then the second goal goes in. You know, there's no way we're getting beat for there. I don't think there was any way we were getting beat once the first goal went in.
I can just remember it coming, and I've taken an early jump to get the ball, and he did down to Swanee, and my first instinct was turn, getting in behind him, because I know Swanee's just good at like passes and things like that. That's what he's good at, and I just thought I got a chance to get in and goal. Just put it away. I was going to hit it first time, but then as I pulled my leg up, I could see the goalie go down, and I just thought I'll just kid on, and then I went by him. When
Webby scored the goal, I really did thought that's us kind of, I basically say that's us there, we just see the game out.
Obviously once the ball comes over, I think it goes over Dinty's head. I've just kind of stooped header it, you know, towards goal. Yeah, and once you see it in the back of the net, it's like euphoria time, you know, that sort of way. Absolutely buzzing, but nah, great. Just it's from a personal point of view, it's always nice to score, but I think it's like anybody would tell you, you'd rather a team won first and foremost than being able to score a goal. But yeah, from being able to score a goal, I think it was about after an hour that, you know, I thought after that I was, you know, just we controlled the game really well, and I don't think they had many opportunities after that. And I thought it was quite a professional job to, you know, there again, you know, 2-0, clean sheet, job done.
And it was a great feeling just to know to get to another final and just hoping to put the kind of CIS Cup in a final behind us and actually win something. So I think all the boys were just so excited about that, and it was hard to kind of not get your mind on the final straight after that. So it was brilliant.
We were solid that day without being outstanding. The second half we dominated the game, and I felt in the end we were worthy winners, you know, so that sets us up nicely, doesn't it?
In the hotel room the night before, we were talking about what we were going to do and stuff, and then I didn't feel nervous at all in my room and stuff. I felt great mucking about in that. I went out for the warm up, felt fine. The crowds were starting to build up, and then when we came out for the lineups, then the fireworks were away, and then the stands were full. That's when it really hit me. I was looking up, I was seeing my family in the crowd, and I was looking up thinking, this is a real deal now, and the nerves it was unbelievable.
It's even just go out for the warm up and you just walk out in the grass, you just look about and see all the fans there. It's just amazing. What a feeling.
Couple of minutes to 3 before the kick-off, and you hear the noise and you see the colour. It's just fantastic, you know. And the big thing for me was that, you know, I don't think the SFA really knew that we would take that amount of fans to Hampden. But, you know, it just shows you when Celtic Rangers were involved in a cup final. I thought it was a fairly family cup final. A lot of kids there, which probably wouldn't be there if it was a Celtic Rangers and Dundee United final, you know. But so it just shows the SFA that, you know, there's life after the Old Firm.
It was just unbelievable. I've never experienced anything like that, and I think that's when I thought. I mean, you had a lump in your throat, you know, just looking about. It was just a great atmosphere in that, and I think for that moment I thought we can't go away from here without, you know, the cup, you know.
It was the week prior. He said that I would be in the squad, and obviously I think it was 22, 23 boys in the squad. So to be on the bench, you have to be quite lucky, and thankfully I was.
Well, I never walked out first. I let Streaky do it, you know, because Lee, another club captain last year, had a sad thing that he had to give up the game, you know, and as soon as we won the semi-final, I asked him if he would do it. So I was delighted for him to get it done. But even when I came out there just to see it was incredible.
Well, I think from the outset, Houston had always said to Streaky that he would like them to lead the team out. I think it was a fitting tribute to him. I think before the game, I think it was like, I can't remember. I think I was through in the shower area, and Streaky had walked in. It's kind of like that was my chance. I didn't want to build it up too much. I think so. I said like Streaky, I was like, if we do win today in a quiet moment, will you come up and lift the cup? I was like, no. I started shaking his head. I says, I would really appreciate it if you came up to lift the cup, and I know the rest of the boys would. And I says, it's a fitting tribute to you as a person, as a player, that the boys obviously have massive respect for him. He's like, no. I was like, right, I'll leave it with you. Hopefully all goes well, and we'll worry about it after. So, I think even for himself, to lead the team out in that, I think, as you say, it's a special tribute to him, and a fitting one.
United welcome back Michal Kovacevic. I suppose from the side that was expected to start. That's the main talking point. Kovacevic in. Keith Watson drops to the bench. And from the semi-final, only one change. Paul Dixon, who of course went off injured during that semi-final. He's the man who misses out from that lineup, with Kovacevic being the replacement. This afternoon's referee, Dougie McDonald, no stranger to United games. 7 previous games that he's refereed United this season. 4th time in this competition, the Scottish Cup, and he's taken charge of a United match. And Peter Houston watches on. Peter Houston and Andy Webster, manager and captain, who chose the cup final suits. Miller's throw in. Gomez with a foot in, now Conway. Ball forward from him, John Daly up against Scott Boyd. Ball stays in play. There's Boyd who recovers first and gets the pass to his right back Miller, instantly under pressure from Conway. Boyd charged down by Daly. Break of the ball going Ross County's way. It went to Keddy, where Goodwillie was on the edge of the box, could easily gone to him.
Scott, it's fantastic pressing from United. 9 minutes into the game, that's what the fans want to see. That determination, that passion to get there. Great stuff.
Abbott trod on the ball. Taken away by Stephen Craig, but runs it too far ahead of him. Kenneth, well spotted the run of Danny Swanson. Onto the byline, Swanson. Challenge, no penalty.
Scott, that's a very, very decent shout for a penalty.
Peter Houston straight out to the edge of his technical area.
That situation, what do you have to do? You've put the ball past the Ross County defender. He's then blocked your run. At the very least, it's obstruction.
Well, Dougie McDonald in the spotlight again. We'll see it again. Danny Swanson. Ball knocked past Alec Keddy, who hung out the leg. I would say anywhere else on the pitch. That goes as a foul in the attacking side's favour. Goodwillie gives chase. Daly getting himself into the box, but Goodwillie losing control of it. Now Goodwillie again. Chance to cross. Cleared from underneath his own crossbar. Daly couldn't get anything on it. And eventually Martin Scott gets it clear.
It's good stuff from United, and the United crowd responding to that. And Gary Kenneth aware enough there to know we're putting the pressure on here, takes a quick throw and gets the ball back into play.
There's Kenneth again, virtually snatched the ball away from Peter Houston to take the throw in. Clear by Scott Boyd. Now Dillon. Angled towards the left channel. McGovern thought about coming, then gives up the chase as Craig Conway looks to keep it in, but well, Conway penalised by Dougie McDonald. And it has to be said that if that goes down as a foul, at the very least United should have had an indirect free kick in the box for the challenge on Swanson a moment ago.
Scott's quite clear that the frustration comes from, as you say, situations like that. There, Craig Conway, he may well have put the shoulder into the back. If he's going to go shoulder to shoulder, it has to be shoulder to shoulder. He may well put it in the back, but like you say, if that becomes a foul, you then start comparing it to others, and
It'll be the Swiss defender to take the throw in. Daly being hung onto and wins the free kick.
John Daly's experience there. I mean, there is a foul there, but he's asking the referee the question. The referee decides, yeah, it's a foul. And a great opportunity here for United. Get good quality delivery into the box here. Craig Conway has got the ball. Andy Webster's up there, Sean Dillon, Gary Kenneth, John Daly, David Goodwillie, all in the box. Great opportunity here for United.
Conway with the set piece. Played in, Daly gets in behind the defence, but ball just too high for him. Runs through to Kenneth. Looking to play it in for Gomez, but Boyd was up to the task. Kenneth still battling away, keeps it in play well. Now Boabin. Conway. Burst past a couple of challenges. Goodwillie, oh, well, full-blooded, certainly a description that can be used there for the challenge from Miller. And he will see the first yellow card of the game.
No question it's a yellow card. No, David Goodwillie just does them all, ends up there, he cuts back inside, the defender's already committed to the challenge, he just takes David Goodwillie right out of play. More importantly though, it's another opportunity for United here. Craig Conway, what, 16 yards out or so, 9 or 10 yards in from the touchline. We could see it from up here. It's a great opportunity to whip that ball along the 6-yard line. John Daly and Andy Webster right in there.
It's left for Conway to deliver towards Kenneth, and then the header's just over the bar.
Oh, Gary Sell, no, that was a chance. It came out, it's kind of floated to the back post, but he's got up there above his marker. Gets a head on it, but he just loops it over the bar.
20-1 shot for first goal, Gary Kenneth. And Peter Houston watches on from the sideline. Ordered inside by Craig, but there was Morgaro Gomez. Goodwillie linking up with Swanson. Two of them on the same wavelength, and Swanson with a chance to run through. It's up against Boyd. Danny Swanson, can he get the shot away? Good block from the Ross County defender.
You know, you do have to give the county defender praise there. What a run from Danny Swanson. That is exactly what he can give with. He just goes over the halfway line, puts the ball past one defender, he keeps running. You know, he goes inside defender, goes outside him, just he goes to ping it, someone else gets back and just blocks the shot. So close for United.
Conway, corner kick to the back post, it's off the woodwork. The whistle had gone in any case.
Scott, if we see this again here, Michael McGovern in the goal is climbing all over the United player on the goal line, and I think in the end the referee gives it against. It's David Goodwillie. Andy Webster's header goes against the post. You know, but look at that, Michael McGovern's all over David Goodwillie on the goal line. The referee sees it as a free kick towards Ross in Ross County's favour.
Was it Goodwillie in front of the keeper? Was it Andy Webster barging into the defender at the back post? Whichever way. Heart and mouth moment for Ross County, was alleviated that time, but Goodwillie looking to get on the end of this one. David Goodwillie into the area, and across came Keddy again to challenge. He's saved 2 goal scoring chances towards the end of the first half for Ross County.
It's good defending again in the end. I don't know, David Goodwillie, just he goes into the box here, maybe the opportunity to hit first on the left foot, chooses to try and take it down on his knee, and at that point the defender gets the foot in there and puts out for the corner kick. At the moment, Ross County are rocking here, and United are being very strong in their attacking intent.
Final minute of regulation time at the end of the first half. Conway plays it in, and it's off the head of Boyd at the near post. Time for Miller to take it away and clear the danger. At the moment you sense Ross County will be happy to hear the half-time whistle. Boabin with the challenge. Kovacevic alert. Boabin spreads it into space for Craig Conway. Good ball in from him. Daly!
Oh, it was a good ball in from Craig Conway. He's just put it in there just inside the area. Daly goes, meets it with a great header. You're right, at the moment Ross County just need to get to half time.
1 minute of time added on at the end of the first half. Morrison playing it down the line. Kovacevic there. Swanson, intelligent ball. Really trying to keep it in on that far side, does so. Getting the challenge, but he's up again. Well, Ross County definitely making sure they get challenges in early to David Goodwillie.
Oh, there's one there, Scott. I mean, the guy's played the ball, but why? The assistant, if he feels that's a good clean foul, why does he feel need to run on the park and get between the two players? He must obviously feel there's been a foul there.
There's only a throw in on the far side.
It will probably be the last opportunity this first half. Once again, we'll probably see Gary Kenneth with a throw.
This time he went for the shorter one to Gomez, and Gomez is then penalised. It seemed just as if the Ross County player bounced off the United midfielder. David McDonald, knowing the minute of added time had gone, sensed the opportunity to get a break in play.
Yeah, I think if Gary Kenneth had a watch on down there, he would have probably just chucked that ball into the box. As it happens, tried to play the short one, doesn't work out, and I think that'll probably see us at half time.
McGovern plays it forward, and there indeed goes the half-time whistle. Goalless opening 45 minutes. The United have looked threatening. John Daly with a header that saved by Michael McGovern. And Alec Keddy twice getting back to thwart danger, once from Swanson's bursting run through, and then as David Goodwillie looked to get into the box towards the end of the first half. There was a half shout for a penalty appeal early on for Danny Swanson's run, but the half-time score at Hampden in the Scottish Cup final: Ross County 0, Dundee United 0. Likewise for United, 45 minutes that in many respects you say United have looked comfortable, but the other side to that is that the score is still 0-0. And while that's the case, anything might happen. He's going to take the quick free kick. Good challenge in there from Webster. And the County player stayed down. It's lofted forward. Keddy missed it. Daly might have a chance of getting on the end of it. Still bouncing around. Eventually Keddy gets it away from danger.
You know, they look all over the place. They've came out for the second half. They've started away the end of the first half, and United have got to take advantage of this.
United looking to find an opportunity. Conway looks for Goodwillie. Back heel towards Craig Conway again. It's still there. Conway, and it's sliced behind by Scott Morrison. Panic in the Ross County defence.
Scott, they're totally gone at the moment, the Ross County defence. You know, this United crowd's responding to it. Really, all we need here is a half chance and we'll get this goal.
Here is Lawson. Derek Adams perhaps feeling that the Ross County midfielder being overrun a bit. Some fresh legs in there. Conway, challenge from the wrong side by Miller, who's conceded the free kick. He's already in a yellow card. Gary Miller needs to be careful.
You're right, you know, Craig Conway in particular, but any United players who just keep running. Like Gary Miller, he's on that yellow card, and once again there, he's showing there, you know, he can't handle Craig Conway.
Coming up to 54 minutes. Set piece opportunity for United. Conway plays it in right footed towards Kenneth. It drops over and through for the goal kick. Kenneth and Boyd both challenging at the back post.
It's another opportunity. It's another deep ball in. Kenneth never really close to that. Not looked to the naked eye as if he was just away from that, but he's a good half yard away from getting on the end of that one.
Boyd shielding his eyes from the sun as the ball dropped to him. Conway gets the 1-2 from John Daly. Goodwillie making his way into the box, so too Daly and Swanson. Conway instead uses the run of Gomez outside. Ding ball in. Swanson!
Oh, it's getting closer and closer. It's great play there, Craig Conway to Margaro Gomez. There's a slight deflection as Margaro puts the ball in, slight deflection off the defender's head. Danny Swanson ever so well to get the header goalwards. Fortunately, just half a yard past the left-hand post.
5 goals this season, Danny Swanson. All of them have been in the calendar year 2010. Now Gomez. Good challenge again from Keddy, but he stayed down. He looks in some trouble. Ross County, in the meantime, look to break. Lawson. Lots of expectation from the Ross County fans. Here's Gardine. Trying to wriggle free of Swanson. Drives it in. And across the face of the 6-yard box. Wasn't the worst ball in the world.
Just signs that the game's opening up. And the ball into Gardine there, the first time he's got that ball. That's his area, 10 yards outside the opposition box. He's got it and he's just swung the foot of that. In the end, it's neither a cross nor a shot. No, but it is enough at the moment to encourage these Ross County fans.
Comes here to Miller. Steps aside of Craig Conway. Webster underneath that one. Now Gomez. Daly making the run in between the two centre halves. McGovern's come out. It falls to David Goodwillie. Chance to loft it. Goalwards. And it's in!
Get in there!
David Goodwillie scores in the cup final. What an effort!
Oh, unbelievable stuff by David Goodwillie. The goalkeeper, what's he doing? The ball's played through. John Daly's never getting on the end of it. Michael McGovern makes the decision to come out of his area. He's never going to do nothing there. He tries to clear it. Comes out, sticks his head on it. It just drops to David Goodwillie. One touch, the lob. Unbelievable finish, and it's in the net.
The pressure from Daly, forcing McGovern out. Goodwillie, what a finish from that distance. He's been the cup hero throughout. Goals against Partick Thistle, St Johnstone, Raith Rovers on the route to the final. And he scored in the final. Goal number 13 of the season for David Goodwillie. And United, 61 and a half minutes in to the Scottish Cup final, are 1-0 up.
Oh, Scott, that clock has been going like the clappers. You know, I looked up a minute ago, 59 minutes into the game. I'm thinking to myself, how's it going so quickly? We've got 29 minutes left now. I doubt this will go as quickly.
And Goodwillie picks up on the loose ball again. Growing reputation in the game, the 21-year-old Kenneth. Spots Craig Conway. Return to Kenneth, and of course it's too deep for those in the middle. John Daly gives chase, but out for a Ross County throw on the far side. Glavin nicks it away. Slip through looking for Goodwillie again, and Boyd this time clears the danger, similar to position to the one David Goodwillie took up in the semi-final.
That's a great ball in from Craig Conway. They just can't handle David Goodwillie at the moment. His pace, the movement, the runs he's making, it's catching him out time and time again.
Well, Goodwillie, what presence of mind from here, what technique. 25-30 yards out, finds his target expertly.
You know, Scott, that finish is international class. No, there's no doubt about that. I seen it at the time, Peter Houston's reaction. That's just sheer delight, isn't it?
A touch of the David Pleats about him. Space here for Scott. Gardine back to Lawson. Miller finds Gardine again. Lawson, space on the left, Ian Vigors. Back onto the right foot, his weaker side, but he leaves it for Scott. And Pernice tested really for the first time in the afternoon.
You know, United have been caught out there because it's Danny Swanson, I think it is, who's down injured. You know, and with that, the ball was being able to played into the left hand side. You have to say Scott should have probably just went for it himself rather than laying it off to the big defender just inside the area.
Only a few weeks ago, it looked like he wouldn't have any chance of making it to the Scottish Cup final. But he has, and he'll play a part off the bench. Flicked on by Daly. But only flicks on as well. Conway, chance to try and get in behind. Craig Conway with a chance!
Yes! Get in there! Get in there! Yes!
Craig Conway, who missed from the spot in 2008. has a part to play and a big part in the Scottish Cup final. 2010, his goal has United 2-0 up and in touching distance of the Scottish Cup.
It's a great touch from Craig Conway. He goes in, defender commits, he just takes it past him. When he gets past the despairing lunge from the defender, it's just a goalkeeper beat. So Cumble slips it past him, and look at the delight on Craig Conway's face as that ball hits the net. Look at the delight on the 28,000 Arabs in the crowd here. This is just fantastic to watch.
And Peter Houston hangs out the arms. Danny Cadamartini first off the bench as well to reach him. Beautiful Sunday, the call in the song from the United fans. It's a beautiful Saturday at the moment. Still work to do though. Vigurs. His cross, it's nodded behind by Sean Dillon. He's just looking to stay firm, stay solid. Somewhat surprisingly, it's Michael Gardyne to come off. He seems to be the architect of a lot in Ross County's ranks. And he's the man to come off, and it'll be Paul Di Giacomo.
You know, before this game, Scott, if you'd asked who was the man who was going to make Ross County tick today, it would be Michael Gardyne. You know, and it's not been his best day. You see him, he's disappointed as he goes off the park there. You know, and Paul Di Giacomo, he could only make himself a hero here. He's got 13 minutes plus any stoppage time to try and do something here.
United will make another change in a moment, but in the meantime they're looking for Daly. Scott and David Robertson on the bench. Scott's on. David will be joining the action imminently. It's a free kick. Poor challenge on Andy Webster. Leaves him grounded. Dougie McDonald will have a word with Andy Barrowman.
You know, Scott spoke about when we got that first goal about how the clock would apparently go a lot slower, or seem to go a lot slower. That second goal kind of eases things. You know, and just once again, just listening to this crowd, 28,000 shed boys and shed girls loving their day out in the Hampden sun.
And he's replaced by number 12, David Robertson.
And professional to the last. Peter Houston taking no chances. He'll just solidify things in the midfield. David Goodwillie off.
The job that the midfield are doing, you know, in tracking down the Ross County midfield, it's just been sensational.
Final change, the third substitution for United, Michal Kovacevic, who'd just back from injury, will have to be replaced by Keith Watson. Here's Daly, chasing it into the channel, looking for support. It'll come from Gomez, who was closest. David Robertson will pick up now though. 3 in the box.
Well, David Robertson, very professional.
Heading for the corner flag. One challenge comes in, he's back to his feet and wins the throw-in.
You know, that's excellent, and that's why Peter Houston's brought David Robertson onto the park. You know, we had 3 men in the box there, and it dropped to David Robertson. My initial reaction looking down there is there a chance to get that ball in? David Robertson, the supreme professional he is, just calms things down, takes the ball into the corner and wins United this throw in. 5 minutes to go here. Absolutely the right thing to do.
This time it'll be a Ross County throw in. Yep, it is right by the corner flag. Hugh McDonald forcing Scott Morrison back. Watson wins the header. Daly looking for Gomez. Flicked on to Conway again!
Yeah! Get in there!
And that is the cup for United!
What's up? Come on!
Oh, there's no doubt about it.
trophy number 5 for United.
So once again, it's a great goal from United. John Daly, the awareness to play it inside to Margaro Gomez. The little dink, Conway, one touch, swivel, puts it away, and it's 3. United have got 3 and they've got the cup final. Surely done and dusted.
Craig Conway, 4 goals this season before today. Another 2 this afternoon. Another expert finish. And just listen to the United fans. Also in the box here though for United, and defending to do. There's the chairman, Stephen Thompson.
Well, this is all about. It's all about United supporters today. It's all about anyone United minded. It's just a fantastic occasion for our fabulous football team.
Conway, oh, he fancied the hat-trick. McGovern with a decent save.
I have to say, I think if that ball had dropped to anyone else in the area there, it probably would have been a dink over at the back post. When I seen it was Craig Conway, we knew it was coming. And fair play to him, he's got the shot on target. It's a decent save by the Ross County keeper.
Into the final minute of stoppage time. Gomez goes down, it will be a free kick and United will kill the game off in the corner. David Goodwillie in the 61st minute. Craig Conway in the 75th minute. And Craig Conway again in the 86th minute. United 3-0 up in injury time in the Scottish Cup final. Whistles from the United fans, the 28,000 United fans who made their way to Hampden. It's a life-defining moment for these players in Tangerine. There's not many who've passed through Dundee United Football Club who've picked up winners' medals to show for themselves. There's a squad that have done so this afternoon. The whistles to Dougie McDonald's mouth. Yeah! United win the Scottish Cup. It's glory for Peter Houston. It's glory for the United fans and the United players. And they are the Scottish Cup winners 2010. The final score at Hampden, Ross County 0, United 3.
Streaky came out onto the pitch, so like we're just standing at the edge of the pitch. I was like, right, come on, are you coming up? Nah, I'm not sure. And the rest of the boys like, right, come on, you're coming up. Nah, I'm not. Like, kind of. I mean, it's a difficult one from Streaky's point of view because I know if I was in his circumstances, I would probably feel the way he would be feeling. But then if he was in my circumstance, he would be feeling the exact same. So sometimes it's difficult, like, for him to appreciate like how kind of not desperate the boys were, but really anxious to make sure that he came up. So I think even he said, looking back, he was delighted that he went up. And as I say, it was only right. It was only the right thing to do. And as I say, it was always, ever since the semi-final, it was always something that was in my head that, as I say, I'm not one for really tempting fate or looking too far ahead. But once we'd done it, we managed to coax him up into coming up. So now it was great.
I'd love to do what Andy Webster had done, and obviously Maurice Malpas when he picked up the trophy a few years ago. So I'd have loved that. But the next best thing was, May the 15th. I was emotional. There was no doubt about that. I don't hide the fact. I'm actually proud about that because obviously seeing players win a trophy, seeing the new chairman win a trophy, and obviously the fans who came out in numbers, who came out in big numbers, which was fantastic. And for them to come down all the way to Glasgow, knowing full well that they're going to have a great weekend, they deserved it, along with the players and obviously Dundee United Football Club.
I think from the goal point of view, obviously a ball through, the goalie's out to, I think his 18-yard box, heads the ball straight to Goody, takes the touch, goal. And great finish, an absolute great finish. You know, I think we had a couple of defenders running back towards the goal, and yeah, really composed. Yeah, and a great way to get up in the game.
It couldn't have hit it any better. The boy just looked over, just watching it as it hit the net. It's just amazing.
Well, to be fair, he tries it a lot in training and it never comes off. He tries to be side volley and it never comes off. But it doesn't matter if he doesn't do it in training, but if he does it in the Scottish Cup final. And when it went in, I just watched it and I'm thinking, is that going in? And it went in. It was great.
The minute Morgaro plays over top, I'm thinking I'm getting on this, because if it's under hit, the goalie will come. And it was in between under hit and over hit, so, and Dinty was just chasing it, and I'm just thinking this is going to come to me anyway, and just kind of gambled on it, and I was lucky it kind of came right to me really.
To get on the pitch, it was 1-0, so it was obviously the game was still in the balance. Ross County were pushing, and fortunately when it came on, we got the second goal almost straight away, and that kind of took the pressure off the rest of the boys, and we managed to get a third.
Craig Conway on his day can beat anybody. He's got pace, power, strength, great shot, great cross of the ball. And you know, one of these things that you just sense that Craig is bursting the gut. I'd left him out a couple of games prior to the end of the season as well, and fit as a fiddle he was at that time. Really, really fit boy. And he was just holding them back and just letting them go. You know, just holding them back, a big elastic band, and then letting that go, and that's what Craig Conway was like in that final. Even the first half, he made so many runs in behind their right full back and got it and put some decent crosses in. It was great, you know, and if there's anybody who deserved to be in a position to score the goals, was probably Craig, you know.
I think it was Sean that threw it, and then when Dinty headed it on to Goody, I knew he was going to get to it first before the defender, and I was just slightly behind the defender, so I thought just take a chance, and luckily it went through, and I knew that I was going to get there before the defender because I'd kind of read it before him. And then when I took a touch, I'd seen that there was another defender coming across, and I knew that I was going to get there before him, so I just managed to get a nick in front of him. And then when I seen Mick kind of rushing out, I thought just kind of keep it low because he sprinted out so quick, and I kind of hit it a wee bit early, and I couldn't believe my luck when it went under him. And it was just, obviously after that, it was just unbelievable feeling. I would say is without a shadow of a doubt the best feeling I've ever had. And football was just brilliant. Obviously the play, I think then from then on everybody knew that we were going to win it, and I think the place was just party mode from then on.
Once the third goal goes in, you know there's no coming back from them. And I think it's just a huge sense of relief. Yeah, to get that third goal, you know, another good goal from Conway. Yeah, I think, you know, it's a big sigh of relief on everybody's part that, you know, you can start looking forward a bit to winning the cup.
I've kind of got a wee bit lucky with the way it's just sat up, because I think it hit me and then up back to the defender, but it's just sat, and I thought I might as well just hit it. It's going well anyway, so and I knew when I'd hit it, I knew Mick wasn't going to cross it, and it was just, I couldn't actually, if I didn't believe it in the first goal, the second, it was just an unbelievable feeling. And I was trying to think of celebrations and that, and I couldn't really think anything, so I couldn't believe what I was hearing, how loud it was, so I just thought I'll do that anyway. But no, it was brilliant. And after that, as soon as I scored the second, I'm thinking if I can score a hat-trick here, that was it, and I just thought I'm just going to stand up front and see what I can do.
And that's the great thing about the team that won the cup this year, is that we didn't have any prima donnas. We were all hard workers. Everybody had backroom staff and everybody in the club. Yes, it was disappointment for the players who didn't get stripped, but we're all together, and I think it was typified when the final whistle went, because I'm watching Castelnuovo and Shala and boys like that dancing about mad as if they are part of it, they were part of it, they deserve to be part of it. It was just unfortunate on that day they never played, but they did play a part. Castelnuovo scored against Partick Thistle, Shala scored against Rangers. You know, so I was delighted for the guys who were on the park at that particular time, that whether they were stripped or no, it was a team effort. We all worked hard for one another, and that's what got us that bit of success of qualifying 8 points ahead in third, and more importantly, bringing silverware back to Tannadice.
whistles to Dougie McDonald's. Yeah! United win the Scottish Cup. It's glory for Peter Houston. It's glory for the United fans and the United players. And they are the Scottish Cup winners 2010. The final score at Hampden, Ross County 0, United 3. In 94, it was United's captain, the number 3 Maurice Malpass, to lift the famous trophy. With Lee Wilkie, it's the number 3, the captain, Andy Webster. In 2010, the Active Nations Scottish Cup winners are Dundee United.
When we go up and collect the cup and you see the fans at Hampden so happy and delighted, it's great. You don't expect quite what we got when we did come back. You know, there was a party in the buses, and you were there, and there's plenty of drink flowing, which probably there shouldn't have been. But you come back here and these fans who, you know, you see the emotion in the fans' faces, and it makes you very humble indeed.
Here's when the memory starts to get a bit blurry. Yeah. No, the Saturday night was, as I say, it went really, really quickly because we were back straight up on the bus. We took a good couple of hours after the game, and then till we left, and then we got up to Tannadice and just had to put our bags and that in, and then there was a small function in that, and the Saturday night was just a kind of blur. We went to Fat Sam's, and it was just absolutely jumping.
I was up to town early morning. The shops were all shut right enough, but my daughter and her husband and I went up for a coffee somewhere. I don't even know the name of the shop. And then you see the hoardings getting set out, and I'm thinking, I hope they get a turnout, you know, because you're not really that sure, because I don't know, you know, I've never been in this experience before. And I go back to the hotel, and there's some United fans milling about, a lot of them worse for wear for drink, you know, for the night before, probably they hadn't stopped yet. And I go down and get myself changed and ready and showered, and all of a sudden we're on the bus, and there was some people at the Hilton Hotel as we left. Wasn't a lot. You think to yourself, I wonder what it's going to be like up there, because there's not that many here. Well, you realise why there's no many down at the Hilton, because when we arrived up towards the City Square, it was incredible.
It was great. All the fans are brilliant, like personally to me, and I just like to show them, like I'm happy to be here and stuff, and happy for the fans. And it was just, that was when you know what you've done, when you see all the fans turn out the next game day, and you just are so happy for you.
I've been to a civic reception before, when I was younger, but it was nothing like that. It was when the place was full and you've got everybody involved in the club. You've got Lane Kelly and all that there, and the fans outside and the open top bus. I think that was what everybody was really looking forward to. It was just a kind of something you've always wanted to do. That I think that's the thing, that when people win the cup, you say, oh, the open top bus after it, and you want to do that. And I think everybody was just really looking forward to that.
You know, you get off the bus, thousands upon thousands of people turn out, you go into the civic reception, and then, yeah, I mean the balcony's not that big, so only a couple could squeeze out at a time, but yeah, I think that even that moment again, you know, going out and sort of, like myself and Streaky again, going out, yeah, like it's finally kind of coming home to roost that you've actually, like, that's what it's all about. So I think, yeah, that again, another massive highlight.
It was an incredible experience, you know, and again I've mentioned the fact that something you take with you to your grave. It was the fact that he makes you very humble, the fact that people have taken the time out to show their appreciation to the players, but so delighted that their football club has won a trophy again.
Thank you so much to each and every one of you who turned out to support the team. In one of these kind of places, things are always going to be tough. We're in as the favourites. We had to be patient yesterday. But the biggest thing for me was the patience of the supporters. We didn't expect too much too soon. And I'm just so happy today. Everybody here in the square today with a big smile on their face, and I'm very proud of each and every one of you as well. How much did the atmosphere and support you want yesterday from 27,000 Irish mean to the team? It was absolutely fantastic. Just to walk out the tunnel area and to see the sea of Tangerine is something that I'll live with until the day I die. It's fantastic, and again, thank you very much for that, guys.
Honestly, after winning the final, I didn't realise how good it was going to be. It was probably one of the best weekends you could ever ask for, especially like the celebrations up in Dundee. The support was outstanding. There's like people coming up to me going, "Oh, I'm going to get a season ticket next season." I'm like, "It's no, it was like the final though." When you're sitting in December and it's freezing cold. But it's what a day, what a weekend, and yeah, it's one that I'll live forever.
Like when you're going on holiday and that with your like family and things, and people are coming up to you and like asking, "Oh," and then that's when you realise what you had done.
It doesn't feel right. Like people go through their full career without winning any, and I've got one at like 20, so it's just better.
I think I would have felt more of it if I had played more of a part. Like I say, I didn't do too much to win the cup, but just to be part of it was something special. So to see the city the way it was, and obviously everybody was buzzing for week after. Probably still now, people are still buzzing with the fact that we've won the cup.
When you look at your phone and you get all these messages for people you've not spoke to in years, and you just all the well dones and all your family, and it just sinks in just slowly, but when it does, it's great.
Obviously it's brilliant to touch a cup and kiss the cup, because you've always looked at that when you were young and growing up. You always want to do that, is kiss the cup and actually win it.
When I've watched it maybe the 28th time or something, but the first and second time it doesn't really sink in, you know. But and I've got to admit, the Sunday it went too quick for me, you know. Everyone was just a sort of blur. But when you sit back and you see you read the papers in the week after that, and the lead up in the week after the papers, it was just sensational. It was just magnificent, and it was just great. The supporters got what they were due for the end of the season, you know, because they've been brilliant.
I remember an old guy coming up to me. I mean, you must be 70, 80-year-old, and he was saying, "I mean, this is the best day of my life," and it really does mean a lot when somebody, you know, says things like that to you. And it was just, I think that's when you really start to think how much it actually means to the city and that.
I just think for the sheer effort and determination that everybody showed at the football club to achieve that, you know, I think, you know, when you get to the Old Firm and stuff, people expect to win. When you get, like, you know, obviously Dundee United had a great history, previously won, you know, there is that level of expectation and not won for a certain period of time, and people looked at it. So I think that, you know, the whole team, the whole management staff and the whole club in general can take a lot of satisfaction out of last season, knowing that everybody put in a tremendous amount of effort and everybody got what they fully deserved by winning the Scottish Cup.
We got the cup. We started the cup in January, and I was happy that I seen the whole thing through. you know, as a manager, albeit as caretaker manager at the time. And sometimes you get a wee bit of luck in football, and we got luck with Damien's handball. We got luck with, I don't think it was luck, but we got a wee break of the ball in the 89th minute against Rangers. And the other wee break we got was the fact that Ross County knocked out a bigger club, you know, getting into a final against Celtic is a different proposition, no disrespect to Ross County, than facing Ross County in the final. So we done all our hard work in the early part, and we got a wee break, we're getting some first division teams in the latter stages, but you still have to win these games, and they're just as difficult. But as I say, to have it in my CV already, you know, I'm very, very proud to the fact that I've won a cup, but even prouder of the fact that it's here at Dundee United, my first football club, you know, as being a manager.
Oh, it rates along with what you've said, you know, winning the league and the League Cups. That rates well, because you're coming back to a club that you're familiar with. You know, you just enjoy being here. You love being at Tannadice. So I'm not any different from any other players who've been at clubs for a good number of years. I didn't think this would happen again.
The biggest thing now is we can't rest on our laurels, because if you remember what happened the last time United won the cup, and it's now a big thought in my mind that we have to work every bit as hard, get a wee bit of luck here and there, and show the same commitment and desire next season, and try and emulate and bring the cup back next season again. Because if we keep the same squad of players, I've said it all along, we'll not be far away.
I'm not going to lie again, but they wouldn't have even been in the final if it wasn't for me.
Well, exactly. That was the point I was going to make next. That you know, if it wasn't for you in the replay in the quarter-finals against Rangers, then none of these boys would be here today.
Well, they've all got me to thank. I think they'll all realise it when they look back on their careers and they go, well, David Robertson actually got us this place. Craig Conway was done the rest on the day.
I mean, sorry to interrupt you there, David, but he done the easy bit, but the hard bit was the quarter-finals.
Let's be honest. Scoring against Ross County isn't bad, but putting Rangers out and stopping the treble is a bit of an achievement in itself.
Yeah, well, I know around about Bathgate nowadays you've been labelled as the treble buster. Is that correct?
Well, I'm not one to brag. You know,
I know you're quite a shy guy. I know you're not like that, but just the rumours I've heard.
But in the Twig and Bathgate Gallagher coming up, they've asked me to open it. You know.
You and the Lord Provost.
Me and the Lord Provost. You've been invited.
Thanks very much.
That's fine. Well, I've been asked to open the Gallagher as Treble Buster Robertson. I think it's something to do with me putting Rangers out of the cup.
And thoroughly deserved. So what can we look forward to today, David?
Drink, and more drink.
Right, David, it's been thoroughly pleasurable interviewing you today. Thanks very much.
Thank you very much, and Arabest.